Why do companies hire consultants? Most people think that a business will hire a consultant because something is broken. But is that really true? Is it a sign of weak leadership? Or is it just about getting an outside opinion? Or is there a bigger reason why companies are willing to pay serious money for consulting? In this episode, we're going to dig into the real reasons why businesses will hire a consultant. And if you are a consultant yourself, what I'm going to share in this episode will completely change your business. So let's dive right in. For this topic, we need to do some rapid fire myth busting. There are 4 myths that we're going to bust here. Myth number 1, hiring consultants is a sign of weakness in leadership. I think you should look at it the other way around. If you don't hire a consultant, it means that I can do it myself. It's kind of a proud or a prideful thing. But for a leader to have humility, to know where their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, and to hire a consultant, that is actually a strength. Myth number 2, consultants just give advice. They don't actually add value. Well, maybe where that myth comes from is maybe there's some ineffective consultants out there. Maybe you've hired a consultant and it didn't actually work out. It's going to be important to look at the track record. Look at the clients that this consultant has worked with before. What results have happened from them? Did he just give them some advice, but did they not gain any value? Did they not achieve any results? Did this consultant help them with their hiring process? Do they have less turnover now? Or did their revenue increase? Or did their profit margins increase? Or was the work environment better? Like whatever your objective is, you need to make sure that you find a consultant that can help you accomplish that objective. From the perspective of the consultant, you need to make sure that you're not just consulting to giving them your time, that they're honored to have you in their presence, but what result are you helping them accomplish? Myth number 3, a consultant's job is to fix what's broken. I would say a consultant's job is to fix something, but if your company is broken or it's just not working and you're going to hire a consultant, can they fix everything? Now, I typically look at 3 different areas of a business. Okay, so we've got where do your clients come from? How do you generate leads, right? What's your marketing? The second area is how do you convert those leads into customers? What's your sales system? Number 3, how do you fulfill? What is that client interaction like? And how do you keep happy clients coming back? And how do you get referrals from those clients to keep this whole system going? So the consultant that you hire is probably going to have expertise in one area. Right? Just one area. What area do you need help with? Now, if you're just getting started and you don't even have all 3 of these things in place, it might not be the right time to hire a consultant. Or if you've got the resources, you might need to hire 3 different consultants. Myth number 4, only large companies hire consultants. Well, when you're talking about like a fractional CMO, like a fractional marketing consultant or something like that, that's like a full-time position, and that's typically might be a $100,000 contract. And you've obviously got to have a bigger budget for that, but consulting can happen for smaller businesses too. It goes back to that conversation of what is the very specific objective that that consultant will deliver. And they might have a program that's like, hey, this is what I'm good at. I've helped several companies do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to help you do the same thing. It's a $5,000 program. Okay, so with those myths out of the way, let's take a look at your business. You've created systems and you hire employees or contractors to help run those systems. And so you look at the results. Okay, we've got all this activity in the business and we're getting whatever the results are, right? We can quantify that in terms of revenue numbers, in terms of customers, in terms of satisfaction or happiness. Now, if you can hire a consultant and they can see everything that you've created, but they're going to be seeing it from a new perspective. They wear a different pair of glasses. They're going to be seeing it through these different lenses, and they have a different background. They have a background of helping people get to a different goal, a different result, and that's the result that you want. So for this consultant, you want to be an open book to all the things that are relevant so they can see all these steps that are leading to your current result, and they'll know what you should tweak or change to get the new result. What makes a consultant so valuable is their experience. Right? The challenges that you're currently going through, that you're currently facing, they have been through and succeeded. They've made it to the other side. And ideally, they've helped many people go through that same challenge and help them make it to the other side. So those are the questions you want to ask when you're talking to a consultant and deciding, should I hire them? How many people that have faced this same challenge have you helped get through it? So I'll give you an example. And There are many YouTube experts out there, and they claim YouTube expertise because they've grown a big channel. So then they think, okay, well, I'm going to start coaching other people to do that, and they help people in their way. So when clients come to me, that's not the approach that I take. The conversations that I have is I find clients that I've helped that are similar to them, that maybe they've been on YouTube for many years. They've been trying to leverage YouTube for lead generation, but it hasn't been working. And so I show them examples of other clients that have had YouTube channels in the same situation. I show them the steps that we took to change that, and now how YouTube is their main lead gen source for the business, or things like that. Here's another real big advantage to hiring a consultant. So you might have a great idea and you've got your team, and maybe because you've been doing things the same way every time, you know that there's a change that needs to be made, but because of the relationships, because of what people are used to in your work environment, it's going to be hard for you to get them to make that change. You don't know how to really convey that, but you can bring in a consultant. They can look at the situation, they can confirm your idea, and they can be the one to lay down the law or to crack the whip, right? They can say, you can put the blame on them. Yep, I believe it now. This is the change we got to make. It's his fault. Let's do it. And let's add another reason a consultant can bring value, because you as the leader might see the changes that need to happen. You might have an understanding of what the process looks like. But when you bring in a consultant, they probably have a framework, or they probably have some model or some step-by-step process already created. So you're not going to have to reinvent the wheel or take the time to figure it out and tweak this and tweak that. There's going to be a system that's already working, so it's going to accelerate the process. You're going to get to that result much quicker. What specific problems do companies usually hire consultants to solve? If I were to answer that question, I'd be listing hundreds of things on the screen here. Typically, there's going to be different categories. So it might be revenue growth. It might be relating to HR. It might be related to training new people or employee retention. It might be related to marketing. It might be related to branding. It might be related to leadership, or there's so many different categories. And so typically a consultant will fit into a certain category. But within that category, let's just say leadership, you're going to want to look at several different consultants in that leadership category to see if their expertise or the results that they help people get, if that matches the result that you're wanting. What makes a consultant worth their fee? Well, hands down, it's the result. So it's not anything about them. It's not their credentials, their credibility, maybe their celebrity status, the big companies that they have helped before. It's what they can deliver for you. So you've got to have confidence that this consultant has your best interest at mind, that they really can do what they're claiming to do, that they're really going to help you accomplish the result. So look at the track record. How many people have they helped get that same result before? Now, what about from the consultant's perspective? Is consulting a viable career path? Well, the answer is absolutely if you can help people get results. Now, you have to have a track record of success. In order to charge a reasonable amount for your consulting, you have to help people get results. But what if you're just starting out? What if you're just stepping into consulting, so therefore you don't have a track record yet? You need to build that. I've had a lot of people reach out to me. They're videographers, or they're great at editing or whatnot, and they want to have a business like mine, and they say, what steps can I take to do it? And I say, well, what I did is this. I found a couple of clients that I offered my services to them for free. I knew I could get them results, and it took me a couple of years, but I got them massive results. So massive that marketing became easy. People just came to me and said, I want you to do for me what you did for them. And then it became easy for me to do that because I knew how to do it. I had already done it, and I could do the same thing for these new clients. So companies will hire consultants because of their new perspective, because of their experience and their ability to help them get results. But here's the key. As a consultant, you've got to position yourself as the authority, so when people are looking, when they go to Google or they go to ChatGPT or YouTube and they're searching, you've got to have the right authority positioning so that they find you, not your competition. So the best video that you should watch next, I'll link to it right here. It's called What is Authority Marketing? As it sounds, you'll have clarity on what authority marketing is, but you'll know how to do it. You'll know how to position yourself so that more and more consulting clients will find you. I'll see you there.